Okay, I welcome you to another video on TeacherTuber. Today's video is about the research on deep work by Cal Newport. So, a little bit about Cal is that he is an MIT trained computer science professor at Georgetown University who also writes about the intersections of technology work and the quest to find depth in an increasingly distracted world. His I've been reading his work on the internet for quite some time, but he's published books like Slow Productivity, A World Without Email, and Digital Minimalism. I think the work that stayed with me the most was called Deep Work, which I highly recommend. So I will link his website in the show notes. But let's look at the significance of his research. So I created this post about his research. We've learned about his background, but his basic idea is that deep work focuses on the concept of cognitively demanding, distraction free work that leads to high value output. His key arguments outlined in his book, Deep Work Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World include: deep work refers to intense, focused, and undistracted work that produces high quality results. Shallow work consists of low value, easily replicable tasks like responding to emails, meetings, and social media. I think when you work in offices or even when you work at home, a lot of our days filled with shallow work. We're doing work just to fill up time rather than actually doing work that will add value in our contexts. So, to do really good work, I think you need to allocate and protect time that in no way is intervened with these shallow work activities. And 4 hours first thing in the morning or later in the afternoon, depending on how your mind and day works, to just focus on really strong deep work. Now, the importance of deep work. It's a rare skill filled in a world filled with distractions. So engaging in deep work strengthens neural pathways, improves focus. It helps you understand what distracts you better, and it helps you get in flow states that are described by one of my favorite psychologists, Mihaly C, as closely linked to deep work. So here are some strategies for cultivating deep work. Completely eliminate shallow work and distractions. Divide time between deep work and other obligations. Set fixed daily deep work sessions. Fit deep work into free moments throughout the day. And practical techniques are to time block, to reduce social media, to create routines that signal deep work mode, and to have a clear stopping point to enhance work life balance. So, a key point he makes is that he advocates from this culture of constant busyness and digital overload. I think one critique I have of the entire approach to deep work is that very often people completely are not at a point where they understand what deep work is for them or their unique way of adding value to the world. So I think that takes a long time. It's a lot easier to get into these zones if you are someone that clearly understands what your path is. And deep work does not have to always be creative work or writing a paper or coding. It can be deep work in your context. For instance, you are an accountant and you are trying to set up and complete the accounts for a particular day or a particular period of time. And that's the most important work. I think deep work is basically the work that you will be judged on in a professional context, right? And everyone's professional context is different. So I think I wish he gave more of those sort of disclaimers at the start. But I think it applies really well in his context. He's a computer science professor, and it makes sense to save and allocate time. So I highly recommend his website, podcast, and many articles on the internet. And until next time, keep learning.